Hey, today we're going to give you an inside look at the Rocket Piano Lesson course. Right now, I'm in the members area here. If you purchase this course, then you'll get a email and a link that will send you. In the link, you can come here and type in your password that they give you. You can come here to the members area where you can access all your piano lesson courses and ebooks and videos. So right now I'm going to kind of give you an overview of what's in this members area and everything that you'll get access to whenever you buy this course. The main part of the lesson is these ebooks. If you're a beginner, you have a beginner book, intermediate, and advanced book. These are the three books that you'll probably be going through first. Okay, I got it. Alright, let's go over the advanced book real fast. Okay. Alright, this is the first chapter of the beginner book. The first chapter here is just piano facts and history, and then here you have if you're an absolute beginner at the piano, then you can come here in chapter 2 and learn the basics like posture and how to sit, how to have your hands, hand posture. Now all these things are good things that you want to get in here and learn first, because you don't want to practice using bad habits. You want to get good habits right at the beginning and understand how to use good habits. That way later on you don't have to change and rectify bad habits that you started out with. And then chapter 3 here, you're going to go through the musical alphabet, like the keys and the letters that are designated to each key. The musical staff, the bass clef, treble clef, the grand staff, and C hand position. These are all what you'll see if you're looking at sheet music. Which you'll also learn how to read music in this course. And whenever you get on to playing songs and things, you can play right off the music they give you. And they're going to teach you how to do all that. Music intervals in chapter 5, both hands together. As you can see, this first book is pretty jam-packed with a lot of great instruction. Rhythm. I mean, there's each one of these chapters are just really good for you to learn as a beginner. And then you come over here to chapter 13, which is, I think, where it really begins, playing scales. Now scales is your real foundation to playing songs. Once you learn how to play scales, from there you can understand. Once you learn the concept of scales and the formula to form a scale, you can very easily learn the concepts for forming chords, and then from scales form chords, chords form chord progressions, and that is what makes up songs. You got to know your scales first, and then your chords, and then you learn your progressions, and then you can play songs. It's that simple. It's just those 3 steps. But you want to learn all these basics before you get to that level. You'll come down here to new scales, which is F major scale, D major scale. And then the chapter 16 here, you'll learn how to use the metronome, and which is your timekeeper. And then you have chapter 17, which is where you're going to learn chords. And this is the step here. Once you learn chords and you understand the concept of chords, well, then you can go on to play songs from there. If you want to, it's always more fun to play songs than to just tinker around hitting notes. You want to. I recommend you start trying to learn to play songs as fast as you can, because that's what makes piano fun. And it's got to be fun, or if it's just boring, then that's why most people give it up. Now chapter 18, you're going to learn minor scales and things like that. And then the final chapter of the beginner book is chapter 19, is arpeggios. And arpeggios is, once you learn chords, arpeggios is basically instead of just hitting a chord all at once, breaking up the notes in that chord. Instead, like C major chord is C, E, and G. Instead of just hitting them all at the same time, well, you break it up. That's what arpeggios are, and they're going to teach you how, the basic concept of that at the end of this book. So there you have the beginner book, and after you get done with that book, you'll have a really good. As you can see, that was really packed with some great instruction on the piano. Once you get done with that book, and if you go through it thoroughly, you're going to be playing the piano. You're going to be pretty satisfied with your playing at that point. And of course, it goes along with practice. If you practice those concepts, then if you purchase this course right now, and you really get on it and practice it, you will be playing it within 6 months or so. It's that simple, and you could probably be playing songs in weeks. I didn't know nothing. I didn't even know what a chord or scale was or nothing, and I was playing songs in a week or so. I was playing a song. It wasn't all that great, but it was good to me. I thought it was good at the time. So from there you go to this intermediate book. Okay. Check out the chapters in this. It's a little bit shorter, but the concepts are a little bit more advanced. And once you get to this level, you're just gonna. It's all about building. Playing the piano is like it's like having a toolbox. And once you have your basic tools that you need, but then you get you want to keep adding tools into that box that you can keep reaching in and using, and that's what this is. It's building on top of what you learn, and the more you build on it, the more you get things down and practice what you build, the better piano player you're going to be. The more easier new things are going to come to you. So once you get the good grasp on the beginner book, well, this intermediate book will come to you much easier than at the first stages of that beginner book, because what you're going to be doing is adding on top of what you already know. See, like chord progressions. You're going to review those again. Well, you're already going to have an understanding of them, but you're going to learn some more advanced principles of chord progressions. Which, chord progressions, you can't learn enough about chord progressions. People that's played for 50 years will still say that they still are learning new chord progressions and new ways to advance and progress to a new chord. Okay, and then you're in chapter 2. You'll be playing a song. It looks like. Learning another scale. It looks like every chapter you're going to learn a new major scale. Which scales, once you learn the formula to form one major scale, I'll give you a little tip right now. If you look at a C major scale, which is all white notes, every white note is in the C major scale, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Well, if you look at the difference in the spaces in each note, which is once you learn it, you'll see that it's by steps, half steps and full steps. Once you learn that same formula applies for each scale, well, you can go to any note and use the same formula, and you'll know the scale. You'll know the major scale. But it looks like every chapter or so you're gonna learn a new major scale. Okay. Chapter 4 here looks like seventh chords and dominant seventh chords, minor seventh chords. This is what I'm talking about building. By this point you know a basic C major chord. But what you're going to do here is learn how to take that same chord and add the seventh, which is going to make it a lot different, a lot better. And add you can add just a plain triad chord, which is like a plain major chord. That's just a naked chord. You can play a song with it, but once you get to this level, you're going to be learning how to add things to it to make it sound more professional, more clean, much better. Instead of just sounding like an average beginner player, you're going to start to sound more like a seasoned player. So as you can see here, there's a lot more great instruction in this intermediate book. Chapter 6. This book, there's 6 chapters in this book, 65 pages. Not as much, but you're not learning as much here. You're adding on to the foundation that you've already built. And then, from this book, you got the advanced book. So let's check it out. load. Try to get in. There it is. Okay. As you can see, these books come in this basic, really good PDF format, just right on your computer. It's very easy. You don't have to wait for them to come in the mail or anything. You don't have, which costs a lot more. And, they don't have to charge you as much because they're not sending you materials here. This is right to your computer. So that's why you can get it so cheap. But, the basic, what you want is the instruction. It don't really matter if it comes in a physical book or not. Okay, so here's the chapters of the advanced book. Now these things are, for those who want to take their piano playing, beyond, and be really the best you could possibly be at the piano. I mean, this is where you're learning huge advanced strategies on the piano. And I'm not going to get, too in detail with it. I'm just going to show you the, there's 14 chapters, 59 pages, and these are all advanced concepts. And I mean, once you get to this level, you'll be playing the piano, probably pretty well. But this is if you want to take it even farther than you're already at. And then 3 more books that come with it is the Instruction to Gospel, Instruction to Jazz Piano, Fingering Techniques, and more advanced techniques for the piano. Okay, so those, each one of those books are, really good. Really great instructional books. I mean, this is the only course that you really need to buy. When I learned the piano, I had to buy, I remember I bought course after course that came in the mail. I ended up spending around $1,000 over a period of time learning the piano. When now you can get everything you want right here at one cost, and it's only around $40, which ain't really nothing to learn the piano with. Okay, and a few more bonuses here. You get this is software to help you learn along the way. Something Musica. I don't really know what that is, but I don't know. The Perfect Pitch Pro. That's a software that you'll learn to you'll hear tones from the software, and you'll be you're gonna train your ear to hear different pitches, which everybody wants a perfect pitch. So it's a very valuable software to have for exercising your ears with. If you can hear a note and identify exactly what note that is, that really is an advantage, a huge advantage for your piano playing. I couldn't even stress enough how good that is. Then Coordinator, like a chord identifier, Key Accelerator, and Metronome, and that's just like a timekeeper, software. A lot of keyboards have that built into it, but those are some. I haven't dug into them that much, but I'm pretty sure they're really good softwares. And down here you have the audio downloads of each book, where you can download the audio lessons. I'm not too sure. I don't think that it's the actual book, but I think it's like if you're reading the book and they're giving you an example, and you download this and you can get how it should sound on the piano. Like if they're playing a song and they're just showing you sheet music and things, well then you can listen to it, make sure that your playing is lining up with how it should sound. And then this download jam tracks. These are just little fun, like little download piano songs and kind of like jam sessions with the different instruments, and you can take the piano part out and play with them after you learn what the piano does here. It's pretty neat. There's 17 different of those tracks. Okay, and another, that's just the book and the audio. This is the video lesson section. And there is 57 different video downloads. The videos aren't too long. The videos are usually about a minute a piece or so, but you're going to be able to see the piano keys and the person giving the instruction, and you're going to be able to see, they're going to teach you just basic concepts in each video, and you'll be able to see them with their hands and everything, do what they're talking about. So there it is. There's basically the Rocket Piano course. If you're if you have any desire at all to learn the piano, then I would definitely suggest that you give this course a try. I mean, you can get if you absolutely don't want it after you get it, you have 60 days to send your to get your money back, and it's very easy to get your money back. There's really no risk at all. You just go to that email that you'll get, and you just go to a ticket thing and just click on get a refund, and that's about it. I mean, it's very easy, and you're guaranteed a refund. I can promise you that. But if you're interested in learning the piano, then this is a great course to get. If you get into this course and you really apply what it teaches, you'll be playing in 6 months, and I promise that'll be a great decision if you do make it, because it's very rewarding to be once 6 months goes by and you're playing songs, then you're done. You'll be playing the rest of your life. And anytime you can go sit at a piano and just it's very enjoyable and very rewarding to be able to just kind of, and it's a very good stress relief, I'd say too. So if you if you get into it, then 6 months to a year, you'll be playing songs real quick, but in about 6 months or a year, you'll really have it down. You'll really be playing effortlessly, and you'll be very glad you made this decision. All right, so that's the Rocket Piano course.